All right, guys, we're back at it again. It is part 3. We're doing Queen and Executioner Karkanis. So as you can see, and as you remember from part 1, I run a lower morale team. This team I think is 23, maybe 23. And I'm really reliant on my Falconer Clary, as she is an Arius carrier for my team. So it's kind of just all we do here and there. As I mentioned before in the second video, not really a big fan of the counterattacks troop. Got to make sure that if I'm autoing it, I'm at least watching, just in case. Don't want my whole team accidentally dying to him. A little bit on the frustrating side, getting that defense break set up with an attack buff. Sometimes you just don't hit it quite right. All right, so on to Queen. I know I autoed it just a little bit too long. Don't quite have the best skills ready. I may or may not have accidentally autoed into it and wasted my skills right before that. But either way, my strategy here generally is actually not to Archie. So with Queen, once you hit her the first time she wakes up and awakens the 2 eggs in front of her, both beasts will reduce, or bugs, will reduce your combat readiness on your units. So when they awake, they spread a random debuff, kind of annoying. Queen has this built-in Aureus effect. So the reason I don't Archie is because if I put her below 50% before I kill the ads, not really in the greatest position, because then I have to fight the bugs in front, which counterattack if I hit her and the other set of bugs. So generally I'll kill the first set, the purple bugs in the middle, and then pop her to 50%, and then I kill the front ads, and then I'll kill the Queen last. My team is pretty safe, so for the most part, I'm not worried about dying to like the ads at any stage, as well as dying to Queen. Having Aureus on my team, also having the cleanse from Diane, pretty safe. Generally, my suggestion for people is kill the ads before you put Queen into 50%. I used Archie this time, mostly because I wasn't paying attention, but that is the strategy that I suggest for most people. It's safer, a lot easier not to die, not to get overstacked by debuffs. And yeah, Queen is pretty straightforward. I think the big thing is making sure that your units stay above 50% HP. If she hits you and you're below 50%, she'll AoE and hit everyone on your team. So make sure that if you're going to run a solo heal, that you have enough healing to not to die. Otherwise, you know, shields for mitigation, Arias can help. Otherwise, cleansers are really good options. Destina's really strong for Queen. Akates is pretty good for Queen. But yeah, overall, you have a lot of different options for compositions and healers. I like having at least one defense breaker and at least some sort of cleanser or pseudo cleanser. Yeah, she's pretty simple once you get all the ads out of the way. No real issue with her. And then moving down to Karkanis here. So the thing with Karkanis is he has this mischance, and he has a enrage timer basically. When you reach a certain point of his health, I believe it's 30% or 40%, he goes to this enrage setup where when you miss and he counterattacks, he'll hit you with the defense break, and then he'll hit you again with a lot stronger of a hit. So for him, you do technically have to go straight boss because you can't kill the ads. Also note that Archie does not break the stealth. So my suggestion for the team for Karkanis is to have at least one AoE unit to break the stealth. So as you can see right there, there's his extra turn. 50% is the threshold actually, and he immediately gains stealth. This is where on the next turn I try to break the stealth, because if not, I can't, well, one, I can't do any damage to him. Two, his return damage is pretty spicy, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah, but other than that, Karkanis is pretty straightforward. There's a little bit of RNG involved, whether you miss a lot or not, but overall, pretty easy to deal with. Wouldn't be too worried. Must say, I'm pretty happy that I got this Mulligara seed. A pretty good feeling, especially right before they make the big changes to Mulligaras. And here are stats, everyone. If you're looking for stats, here's my Diane. She's fully skilled on second and third. She is on speed shoes with an HP ring and a defense necklace, rod. My Luna, max imprint, as well as +4 on skill 3 for the defense break, harmful effect rate. And she's on life speed set with broken. Axe God, he's on HP necklace, attack ring, and attack shoes. He's +5 on his skill 3 for the 100% harmful effect rate on his defense break. And then Falconer Clary maxed on her skill 3 and also speed HP and I think she's speed HP and HP on a speed and defense set.